Hi, my name is Keith Hill, and we're going to be covering today wrapping the handle in wire and the lengths that you're going to need as far as the amount of wire that you're going to need to wrap that. Now, I start off with 3 separate strands to wrap the handle. I use 3 strands to make the large wire, and using a 20 gauge wire that'll be a silver coated copper wire. Then I use for the smaller strands that are going to be wound around the handle, we're going to use a 24 gauge silver coated copper wire. And the way I attach these wires to the handle is that I drill an according size hole to the wire so it'll fit into the side of the handle. So I'll go ahead and stick this one in. Holes are so small I can barely find them. There. Alright. Now what I do is we're only going to use this as a temporary handle. This handle is not going to be wrapped in wire. This is going to be wrapped in leather. We're just using this as a demonstration purpose only. If we're going to wrap this, I would insert the wire into a real good glue. Take that out, put that back into the hole here along with the other 2 wires. Let those set, and then wrap the handle, taking it all 3 at one time, wrapping the handle right up and around. And just keep on wrapping it and wrapping it, wrapping it until you're done. Till it looks like this. Now, the reason why we use the 3 separate strands, or I use the 3 separate strands, is that it gives room between the large wire. The 2 little strands give room between the large wire, so your hand can grip the handle of the sword or dagger a whole lot better. At the end of the handle, we have a braid, and I use 9 wires altogether to braid that, 3 for each section of the braid. And I will go ahead and use about 18 inches of the 24 gauge silver coated copper wire. I'll put one end into the vise, braid that up. After the 18 inches is all braided up, it will wind up to being about 10 to 12 inches in length because it all gets eaten up into the braid. After I do that, I take the braid, run it back and forth on a smooth surface to smooth out the braid. And the way I attach that is I will go ahead and wrap it around the handle and then very, very lightly solder each end to the wire wrapping on the handle. Now the lengths that we're going to need for the wire wrapping will be, you take the length of the handle, let's say the handle is 5 inches in length. You're going to take the 5 inches, multiply it by 2.4. So let's say you have a 5-inch handle and multiply 2.4, you'll come up with 12 feet. So you will need 3 strands of the 20 gauge at 12 feet length. Put the 3 ends into the vise. The other end you'll put into a drill. Drill it, turn over the drill until you get the desired twist to the wire. and the 12 feet will get narrowed down to about 10.5 to 11 feet because it all gets eaten up into the twist as it comes together. That's pretty much it. When you have this all together and you put this handle on the sword and it goes up against the hilt or guard, this wire gets locked into the handle up against the guard. It's not going to come out. Now you're going to do the same on the back of the handle. After you get done wrapping it around, you take a pair of vice grips, lightly hold that wire so it doesn't come undone, and drill the 3 holes according to where the wire is going to come off of the handle and go into the handle, and glue those into the same spot, and then put your counterweight up against that, and you have a wired coated handle. Alright, take care.